as you're talking to the girl, you could be in the middle of any kind of conversation. But if you feel like, hey, I'm at that point, like we've been talking, we've been vibing for a couple hours, it's time to pull the trigger, then I could just be like, hey, I want to try something. And then you just kind of like look at her. And if she's right there and she's not like, what, like she's not acting weird, she's just kind of like, seems like she's into you, then you can kind of like do the little C pattern over like this over her face.
Oh, nice.
And then you just kind of, you move it a little bit. And if you notice, like she's just staying there, she might actually even come, like on the movie Hitch, she might come in a little bit so that to meet you halfway. Sometimes they're just kind of frozen, like, what are you doing? And then you just kind of move in, and as long as she doesn't move back, then you just kind of go in for the kiss.
Nice.
Kind of light, like it's more like, and then you back off and you go, I like that. You got soft lips. You know? Or yeah, you have very soft lips. I like that. Anyway, and then you start talking about something else. So it's more like you get the kiss, then you back off, and you're like, in the back of your mind, you're thinking, okay, like he's down to make out. Now I can always like, I can chest. Like, I've got the piece right there. You're already checkmate. Now I can go back and like you're in control of the situation. You're going to be really more confident at that point.
Yeah, it sets it up for when you go further make out after that. You know, it's just kind of break the ice. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's good shit, man.
And once you're there, once you've established to that point, really all you need is the more like privacy or intimate. Then you can go take it to the next level. And it also shows that you're not like this creepy, needy guy who's like, you know, she kissed you, and as long now you're not like the guy who's like, oh yeah, she's kissing me. Let me get some more.
Back. For sure.
Yeah, because you're reserved and like, probably she starts thinking, oh, this guy's very smooth, and he's probably been with a lot of women before. Like, he's able to like kiss me and then back off like it's not a big deal. So he's not.
Yeah, man. Good point.
Not thirsty. Hey, yeah, we should hang out and watch a movie. I feel like that's code for like, yeah, let's fuck. And I think in the woman's mind, if she says yes, she's basically saying, okay, like I'll come over there and fuck you as long as you don't fuck it up and do something like weird. Like if you're like, you know, if you sit down and you start like eyeing her like, so like, and you act like creepy and weird, she's gonna get creeped out. But if you're just like a cool dude, you come hang out, hey, have you seen this funny video on YouTube? And you could show her some, you know, like a funny clip, get her laughing, and then I don't know.
What are a couple of your go-to movies for these girls? Like maybe two or three top movies that you like that you find yourself putting on. So what else would you recommend to like get back in the scene, get more social? You know, because like I mean, sometimes I have like socially awkward tendencies. You know, little hiccups like that.
Yeah.
I mean, first thought was to be like promoter for like Sapphires. You know, I think that'd be a great gig. You know, or a promoter for Marquee or something. Just so, like you're talking to the dudes about the strip clubs, which you love anyways, and like we're talking to girls about getting them in free to Marquee and stuff because it's like a great club. You can open like mixed groups of girls to talk to. Any other ideas like that, or anything else that comes to mind as far as like breaking in, kind of meeting new people and like meeting like the influencers and like people who know about the party scene?
It's more like going in and being like, you know, hey, what's on the menu tonight? What do you recommend? And then I kind of like to give some kind of identity spike where, let's say, for example, like, hey, I'm out celebrating, you know, I just got on the cover of this magazine, and I'll show her, like, you know, I'll show her the picture of the 7 magazine. So it's like, I go from like a random guy to, oh, he's on the cover of a magazine.
For sure.
Hey, my new video just hit 100,000 views. I'm out here, you know, celebrating me. This is my buddy or whatever. So I don't want to just come in as like, you know, a normal, like just a random guy off the street. I want to establish myself as somebody like important that she will be better having known me or something like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure. Well, I like that. I like that identity spike thing because it really like puts a picture in her head right away. You know about who you are and if there's someone that she might like be interested in getting to know better. You know, you do have a tough time like getting the messages come through, or they have a whole bunch of followers. You know.
Or like Tinder too. Like it's weird. Like I remember it was hard 5 years ago when these girls were averaging like 300 messages, but now they're on Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, Facebook, Instagram, and they're getting like 300 to 500 messages on each of these platforms every day. So at the end of the week, even the average girl who's like a 5 or 6 out of 10, she's getting 3,000 messages. And the girls that are like the 9s and the 10s, they're getting, 50,000, 100,000 likes per picture and like 3,000 comments. It's impossible to get through to them unless you actually have their real phone number now.
Well, thanks for meeting with me. I've been following you for a while. I think your work resonated with your work. Seems like you really took it to like a high level. Seems like you're a good student. I was just watching your YouTube video, how to become a pickup artist, and I saw your library. Looks very similar to my library, all the David D'Angelo courses. So I know you've been there the past 20 years. So that's good to see.
That's good. Yeah. I like to do a lot of research and just, like you said, take it.
Yeah, learning machine, right?
Yeah, I think we talked a couple of times, like for the last couple of years, right?
Yeah, that's right.
I think we're going out doing like lounge game at Cosmo, and I seen some cool pictures of you with the shades on with some hot ladies. So.
For sure, man, for sure. Yeah, we talked a couple times, never got around to hanging out, but I was in Vegas for a year about 3 years ago, and one of the best times of my life. So many women, especially the fancy hotels, the clubs, the strip clubs. It was phenomenal. But since I've been back here in San Diego, I kind of like lost momentum. Especially like the last year with COVID. Kind of fucked you up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm actually looking to move back to Vegas as soon as I can. And so that's one of the reasons that I'm linking up with you, because I know you've been running the scene down there for a while, and just want to get like more connected this time, more support. Going out with more wingmen, stuff like that.
Cool.
And, so I wanted to hit you up.
Yeah, we still have the lair, like I don't know if you're on the Facebook group that we have.
Yeah.
Christian and I still run that, but hasn't been so active yet just because of COVID, and things are kind of open back up, but everyone's still social distancing. Like most people are still wearing masks, and it's not where it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They opened up some of the clubs, like the new one, Omnia at Caesars, but they close off every other table and there's no dancing. So it's more like an ultra lounge feeling rather than nightclub.
Yeah, they're trying to get it back to normal. They had Resorts World open up. Have you checked that out?
I haven't been over there yet, but I've been getting some memos because like I'm in the union for entertainment, so I know that they have like Katy Perry is going to be over there, and Celine Dion. So it's going to have some pretty cool shows.
Yeah, for sure. It looks pretty good. I'm following this guy. He's called your boy Far on Instagram. He was posting some good clips about their new club there, Club IU. I think last night. It was looking pretty sick, man.
Is that the one that you sent me with that blonde DJ girl?
That's a different one. That's Kimberlina. She's in Vegas. She's a DJ. She's one I've had my eye on for a while. Looking forward to hitting her up eventually, hopefully, when I'm back down in Vegas.
That's dope. She's
a good one. Huh?
You gonna approach that?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Nice.
She's a good one. I mean, like I did all right when I was there last year. I mean, I just go to the Sapphire Speed Rhinos all the time. Probably like maybe 60, 70 numbers from strippers and stuff. I only had a small percentage of them actually come over to my pad, Mm-hmm. So I'm still working on that kind of area, getting from numbers to like dates and stuff, Yeah, one of the things on my list, actually, was going to ask you what kind of work you did, because you said you were doing like setup for different events or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bands and special events and things. That's my weekend gig, and then I do the coaching and stuff like this, and random odd jobs, and try to do what I can to get by.
Yeah, for sure, man. So you do like setup for like different events or like different concerts or?
Yeah, concerts, corporate events. Or private events like dinners and things like that. Just kind of setting up the lights and the audio and things like that.
Yeah, nice, man. Right on. Because I mean, I kind of like I like doing setups, kind of similar kind of thing for like events. I used to volunteer for like seminars and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
So I might like to do like helping set up parties. I also want to get in the party scene, like party organizer, like even like recruit like talent scouts, you know, scouting out different girls for like different like organizations or whatever. Yeah. So yeah. I mean, I feel like. Are there any? Do you know any like apartments right now that are good, like on the strip, like that you'd recommend to someone who's like trying to get back to the Vegas scene? You know,
Probably like Craigslist, or there's a Facebook apartment group.
okay.
So
Because I think
is that like where you're at? You're trying to like, I guess
yeah,
establish yourself there.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I looked. They have a couple. They have a couple on the strip. They have Veer, which is by Cosmo. They have Sky Apartments, which is a little north, and they also have Jade Apartments, which is kind of like by the strip clubs.
Hmm.
So I've been looking into those ones because they're probably about like maybe 1,500, 2,000 for like one bedroom, but they're kind of like more luxurious, you know.
Nice.
So
So you want it to be like right there at the strip, for logistics.
yeah, oh, definitely, yeah, because you know about logistics and
Absolutely. Well, I don't know if do you know where Harbor Island is?
no,
Like right behind where the Hard Rock was.
okay,
It's like one of those weekly places. But it was like right there by the strip. It's like on what is it, Harmon and
oh, yeah,
right across the street from the high rises at the MGM.
yeah, okay.
It was interesting because it was like, I don't know, 600 a month or something like that. It was just a tiny little studio, one bedroom, whatever.
Yeah.
But
Interesting.
yeah, being able to go to Pure and like meeting girls or taking just like a taxi for like 2 minutes back to the house, and it was right on. But I got tired of being so close to the strip because it was like noisy with drunk tourists, and you know how people yelling all the time, and my buddy, you know, there's this other pickup artist. He used to be out here. His name was Matt Artisan. He's got a YouTube channel too, but he was living at Veer Towers at the city center.
Yeah.
He was paying it was $1,200 for a studio. It's like 550 square feet. But
nice.
Yeah, it's for his logistics. He would take him over there. But
yeah,
he told me the place, and you could literally hear. I don't know if you know, across the street, it's like the Hawaiian market or something. Anyway, they had a karaoke outside, and you could literally, even though it was like on the 23rd floor or whatever, you could hear the people singing. So it was like, yeah, I couldn't do it. So I ended up moving like closer to UNLV, like Ireland Parkway, Harmon. So it's only a mile from the strip, and it's still like that way I have access to like college girls, so I don't have to meet them on Friday or Saturday night at a club. I could just go across the street, like literally like 50 feet, and there's like all the hot college cheerleaders that are right there.
Nice.
Or so I could do day game, and then if I want to go to the strip, it's just half a mile away.
Yeah, that's sick, dude. So they have a university right by there with girls. That's sick. That's good, man. I didn't even know that last time.
There's UNLV, and then there's two CSN, Community Southern Nevada or something. I think there's one that's north and one that's south, and it's pretty easy to just walk around the campus and day game.
Yeah, for sure. That's sick, man. That's sick. I haven't worked campuses in a long time. Colleges, but yeah, definitely a good opportunity, and it'd probably be a nice little break just from like hitting the clubs all the time, you know, trying to meet girls like that, you know. Yeah, it's like slightly different.
It gets weird because I had to do that because of my schedule. It's usually I'm working nights anyway, so I can't go out Friday and Saturday nights because I'm always working those events. So I had to adapt to do day game and stuff when I'm off work, or if I'm out at night, it's going to be like on a Monday or something when they do events.
Yeah, I hear you. Crazy. That's right, huh? All right, cool, man. Well, let's see. So do you still take guys out for coaching and like wingmanship, like on the nights that you are off? You know, like do stuff like that. Yeah.
We've been doing a lot of like mall game, like fashion show. Since through COVID, the security over there, they weren't very restricted. Like if you were walking around without a mask, so a lot of like there's a couple videos and stuff on my channel with one of the dudes that it was funny because the whole time we were wearing bandanas and they were just around our neck, and security never cared, and like just approaching and like pretty good. So
Yeah. Okay, sweet.
I had to do that since we couldn't like go to nightclubs and stuff.
Yeah. All
I
right.
felt it was better anyway for a lot of newbies because when you put like, like you've been in this for a while, but like, like the new guys that are like just getting into the game, if you take them into a nightclub, they're already
Oh, yeah, for
uncomfortable.
sure.
And so it's like, it was so much easier to just, hey, let's go to the
Oh, for
mall. We'll grab
Yeah, for sure.
a hamburger. And then every now and then when there's a
Great.
girl, it would
That's
be
awesome.
more comfortable for him.
Yeah.
Just right
Nice.
into it. Like when you plan on moving back?
Well, I mean, actually, like, probably, hopefully within a week or so, like as soon as I find a place,
So
Yeah.
reestablishing Las Vegas. And then,
Yeah, Mall's a great one. They got a nice small area by the, I think the Caesar's Palace. Caesar's Palace has a good mall area. But yeah, there's malls everywhere in Vegas. So
the forum shops and stuff.
yeah, farm shops. Yeah. Cool, man. Yeah, because I mean, I was thinking like if I went out with you like maybe twice a week, a couple hours a night, just like meet girls and stuff, it would kind of help like build it up, because I mean, going out alone is fine, but sometimes it's more empowering and supportive, like having a solid wingman,
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah. And so yeah, so I don't know. I was thinking maybe like consider a program like where like maybe go out with you twice a week, meeting girls. Maybe there's like someone else. Are you familiar with? I'm sure you know Michael Sartain, like Luke, RSD Luke.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are they still around? Do you talk
I
to them?
haven't
Or
talked to Luke in a long time. They used to have the Project Las Vegas Mansion.
Yeah, that's right.
I think there was the two guys that ran it, Luke and Nate. And Nate got out of the game, and then I haven't talked to Luke in several years actually.
Yeah, Luke was he linked up with RSD, and so I think he was doing like the Vegas immersion with RSD for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But and then there's also Michael who does a lot of stuff. Not really as much to pick up, but he's just like always like meeting as many like pop models and celebrities and running events and stuff like that.
What was his name? Like Mike Sardines.
Yeah, Michael Sartain. Are you following him? Are you following him on Instagram?
No, I haven't talked to him in like probably 10 or 12 years, probably.
Oh, okay. Yeah, follow his Instagram. He's got some good stuff these days.
Thanks.
He's doing big things. Let's see here. Yeah, so how much do you usually charge? Like for one, like wake up with you maybe twice a week, maybe for like a couple hours a night, or even like day game or something.
They do like 2 hours for $250.
Yeah.
Or I do like there's like an 8-hour package right now that's like $500.
Oh wow! Yeah.
Split it like nobody
awesome.
really ever does 8 hours all in one day, but it would be like
sure.
2 hours like on a Wednesday and then 2 hours the next Wednesday, something like that.
Dude, that'd be so helpful, man. That'd be sick. Dude. That'd be a lot of fun because I think we're on the same page. You've been studying all the stuff that I've been studying, self-help, all this kind of stuff, and I think that'd be fun, man.
Yeah, I call that one the diamond package.
Okay.
It's not just like all approaching. It's more like, well, for example, like a lot of, if you're interested in like online game too, a lot of the guys that they have problems. I don't know if you've seen the pictures that I've been doing where I'm trying to do like high quality like modeling shots.
Yeah.
That's the. Can't really see it too much, but I do like helping people out with like their Tinder profiles and pictures and stuff like that. So it's just like you can customize it to use that time however like you want to game. If you more specifically want to do like club game or day game or whatever, we could do that. Or we could do stuff like helping you get higher quality pictures for your Instagram or your Tinder or anything like that. And then I have like Photoshop, Lightroom. That's how I have the clear complexion and all of the pictures and the bright lighting and stuff like that. So it definitely helps with like Tinder because I don't know if you've done any like bad fishing experiments where like put like an average picture and an average guy, average height, average looks, and then you put that like on Tinder and they basically get no matches. But then when you start putting like the much higher quality stuff, like girls will just match with you a little bit more.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
We did some experience with like this one guy. He's like very into outdoorsy stuff, and he keeps trying to like go to Red Rock and take selfies, but of course, like the lighting is fucked up. He's sweaty, so basically, I took a picture of him with like the proper lighting, and I just put a fake mountain in the background with some like, it's like a snowy mountain with like a frost overlay, and then he just dressed up like in his hiker outfit with his harness and shit, and then he put that on his Instagram, and the girls are, oh, that's cool. Like, oh, you go hiking. He's like, yeah, just it's what I like to do. That's what I'm passionate about. And they're like, oh, cool. Even though like he never actually like it was just a posed fake picture. It kind of represents the life that he lived. And I feel like women are more, because they're more emotional rather than logical. So they don't really care whether you actually did it. It's more about the feeling of the picture that evokes. Like, if you're holding a guitar, they don't actually care if you play guitar. They just more get the fantasy, like, oh, he's this rocker guy. Wow. Even though, like, you might have never even played a chord on it in your life. So it's just kind of fun, interesting stuff to do.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man. Good stuff. And you also got some style too. Like I like you had some tats and some mystery peacocking stuff. I know you know a lot about that stuff too. I've been looking to get a little like little kind of makeover kind of thing, like clothes and like ornaments and stuff like that. So, all right, cool, man. Who else?
What kind of fashion are you trying to get into?
I don't know. I just use like a second opinion, because I saw you had a nice looking chain. You got some tats. I definitely want to get some tats going and stuff like that. But yeah. So what other people do you know? Are there any other pickup artists in Vegas right now that are kind of doing like similar kind of thing that you're doing? Because I thought
my wingman Christian he's in the book. You got the book that I sent you, right?
Yeah.
There's he's in a couple chapters of it. He's on the cover of the 7 with me. But same kind of thing, like doing Zoom coaching like this, or like doing boot camps and things. We've been working together since 2009, I think.
Okay.
So he more specifically is into like direct approach, and my style is more like liquid. My style is more like adapting more to like what the women want and just kind of doing whatever's necessary to get the results that you want. Okay. Sometimes they call my style like more like dark game because I could get like, you gotta get dirty with it sometimes.
That's funny.
They want certain things, and it's like if you don't exude those things, they're just like next.
For sure. That's funny. Yeah, I used to be at a phase where I would just fucking straight up lie to these girls, like without even fucking word, like so congruently, like not even fucking caring,
Mm-hmm.
So I play with that too, there's a gray area, obviously, but we've probably done all kinds of shit to figure out what works best for us.
Yeah, doing stuff like telling them I'm a fireman or a race car driver or anything like that. And it was interesting because I had like a whole like congruent story with it, where it's like, they're like, oh, what do you do? I was like, oh, I'm a fireman. And then they're like, oh, really? Like, where at? Oh, I'm stationed at Station 3, but my captain let me off for the weekend, so I'm just kind of out here partying. Like, just giving them, just because they're coming from California or whatever, and they're never going to see me again anyway, so I'm just giving them the Vegas fantasy. I feel like the same way that they're wearing a pump-up bra, and they're giving me the fantasy of that they have a D cup rather than a C cup or something. So, and I'm never going to see her again. She's never going to see me, so it's more like...
Yeah, for sure.
I'm just being a good Vegas host,
Well, you said are you at an apartment right now, or do you have a house, or?
This is just a little condo.
Is it like a good place to bring? Do you bring girls back there, or do you prefer like just bring them to like a different venue, like a restaurant, or like what's your strategy? Because my idea is like I want to get like an apartment like right on the strip, like close to the clubs and like the bars and the hot spots, so it's easy to bring girls back to the apartment.
No, that's the way to do it. I haven't done any like dates for so long just because I got like good at the game, where it's more like, how like when you're doing a lot of volume and you're approaching a lot of girls, when you have more options, you don't have to deal with the bullshit that some of these girls, like their standards. Some girls like, oh, I want to take me out to dinner, and I'm like, I don't know, I don't buy strangers dinner. Like, do I walk up to homeless people and buy them dinner? And the girl's like, what? Like, I'm like, I don't do that. If you want to kick it and like I'll even tell
Yeah,
them like,
sure.
hey, I'm not boyfriend material. Look, I'm on pills. I'm unreliable. Like, I'm the guy that you fuck when your boyfriend's not around or he's cheating on you. And it kind of just puts girls in a place of like, take it or leave it. Like, I like to build a frame of we're gonna be fuck friends, fuck buddies, whatever. You can come over, we can hook up, but like that's as far as it goes, and that's just where I'm at right now because
Yeah,
I
sure.
don't want the commitments. I have too much other stuff going on in my life. I
Sure.
can't be I can't be faithful first of all because like as a pickup artist, I'm out doing my thing, and
Yeah,
secondly, it's like yeah, some people will ask me, oh, if you're a pickup artist, why don't you have a girlfriend? I'm like, yeah, like the things that I'm into, most girls aren't into. Like I like rollerblading. Like, what am I going to talk to her about? How to do a fucking backside unity grind on a kink handrail? Like, she's not going to give a fuck about that. So I'm more like meet them at the club. Hey, what's up? I thought you were super cute. We could grab a cup of coffee sometime, and
yeah.
I'll move them to like a date to a coffee or an instant date or whatever. And then, hey, I want to, if you want to come kick it back at my house, watch some YouTube videos. I like to say that a lot of times,
Nice.
or uh, um, or sometimes I'll use the modeling studio. It's like, yeah, I said, you should be my model or something like that. And like, I kind of give them the fantasy, like that I might give them a free photo session. Of course,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
never actually going to happen. It's more like, we're going to come back, we're going to kick it. I built like a YouTube playlist, which I think is like really powerful.
Ah,
Like
ah,
if you go on like YouTube and you could just click all the songs in your little playlist, I have like,
right.
I don't know, 1,000 songs in there or whatever. And I press play on that before I go out so that when I take the girl, like as soon as I open the door, the vibe is already pumping in the house.
Ah,
Like there's
interesting.
already music playing, and it's not that awkward silence when you walk in. You have to turn the
Yeah,
lights.
yeah.
And be like, oh, should we listen to music? Should we do this? It's more like the vibe is already there, and then
Nice.
the girls are already drunk. They start dancing,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. Nice,
Anyway,
man.
yeah, you want to watch a movie, and then I have my little movie list on, and then
Ah,
I tend to find that if you don't procrastinate, because a lot of guys are just, oh, I don't know, what should we watch? Do you want to watch this? If you're just like, yeah, you just put it on and then lean back, arm around her, and then within like
nice.
3 to 5 minutes, you should be making out. The movie is
Nice.
more like I like to call it like the elixir in the background that just kind of mixes everything together, like the music or the movie. And then the sex, if everything's smooth, it just happens. And then afterwards, I'm always like, well, I got to work in the morning. I'll give you a call. She leaves, and then check her off the list, put the trophy on the wall, and call it a day. And then next day, go out
Yeah,
and do it again
that's that's great, man. Wow, I like that. Yeah, good shit, man. So
without ever
that's
having to like take
I
them to
definitely
Olive
resonate.
Garden and pay $30 for a dinner or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, sure, sure. Yeah, I definitely resonate with that. I'd love to see that in action, because that's something that I could probably replicate pretty easily. Just sit down with the girl, you got the movie going on, just put your arm around her, and just things go from there. I like
Because
that.
I feel like if you tell her like I almost feel like especially since you've been in Vegas, like that. Hey, yeah, we should hang out and watch a movie. I feel like that's code for like yeah, let's fuck. And I think in the woman's mind, if she says yes, she's basically saying, okay, like I'll come over there and fuck you as long as you don't fuck it up and do something like
Yeah,
creepy
yeah,
or
yeah,
weird. Like if you're
yeah,
like,
yeah,
if you sit down and you start like eyeing her like, so, like, and you act like creepy and weird, she's gonna get creeped out. But if you're
yeah,
just
sure.
like a cool dude, you come hang out, hey, have you seen this funny video on YouTube? And you could show her some, like a funny clip, get her laughing, and
Yeah.
then I don't know.
What are a couple of your go-to movies for these girls? Like maybe two or three top movies that you like that you find yourself putting on most of the time.
So I say that I think the number one, that one that I've had the most success with is called The Boys and Girls Guide to Getting Down. I don't know
It's
if
a movie.
it's a movie, and it's
Okay.
like about hooking up.
Oh,
And it's
interesting.
already like it's like a comedy, but it's you know what I mean. Like it already puts her in the mindset. Like the whole movie is like, hey, everybody hooks up. This is what people do. Like it's a normal thing. Da da da. And it's like you're watching that and laughing. She's kind of like, okay, like this is cool. Like I'm not. If I hook up with him, he's not gonna think that I'm a slut. He's not gonna think badly of me, like, and the movie it just has like a bunch of cocaine in it, and like
Uh,
there's a funny scene where because he's doing a lot of coke, so he can't get it up, and
yeah.
she has a Viagra in her purse, and she crushes it and puts it in the coke, and then he's like, don't worry about it, baby. Let's just hang out and do some lines. And then he rolls up the bill and he snorts it, but he's basically snorting the Viagra, and all of a sudden
Yeah.
he's up and he's like, "Oh, baby, you're my style." It just the movie's
That's
funny,
hilarious, bro.
but
That's hilarious.
I put that on and I fucked a lot of girls just like I don't know, 15 to 30 minutes into it, just because it sets the vibe.
That's so funny. So you said it was like $500 for 8 hours. You said
Mm-hmm.
that's great, man. That'd be so helpful. I'll definitely take you up on that when I get down there. You know.
Yeah,
And
same thing. Just throw it in the PayPal, and
yeah,
then
sure.
as I see it, then we'll book in like the. If you want to break it up in like 2 hours or something like that, or 4
Yeah.
hours, or however you feel comfortable with that.
Nice, nice, man. I appreciate that. That's super helpful. So what else would you recommend to like get back in the scene, get more social? You know, because like, I mean, sometimes I have like socially awkward tendencies. You know, little hiccups like that.
Yeah.
I mean, first thought was to be like promoter for like Sapphires. You know, I think that'd be a great gig. You know, or a promoter for Marquee or something. Just so, like you're talking to the dudes about the strip clubs, which you love anyways, and like talking to girls about getting them in free to Marquee and stuff, because it's like a great club. You can open like mixed or groups of girls to talk to. Any other ideas like that, or anything else that comes to mind as far as like breaking in, kind of meeting new people, and like meeting like the influencers and like people who know about the party scene? Yeah.
Have you been on the website meetup.com?
Okay.
You heard of it?
I'll check. Yeah. They got groups in Vegas.
Yeah. A lot of my successes came from that site, which was
Okay.
I'll share with you the strategy on it, because basically it's like a social media site, but there's all these different groups. Like there's old people that have a cat group. You meet up and you bring your cat and drink tea or whatever. And then there's the in your 20s group or the in your 30s group, and they go to rock concerts or parties, and each group has its own little page, and you make a profile and you could see who's in the group. So you could see like what kind of girls are in the group. Hey, are there a bunch of cute chicks in this group? Okay,
Yeah.
I'll join it. And then it was interesting. I think we did this something. It was like with the in your 20s group or whatever. And so there's a bunch of hot girls that are 22, 23, whatever.
Nice.
And it was like a super singles meetup at this club called Blush that was at the Win. I don't know if it's there anymore, but we were looking at the profiles and kind of basically picking out all of our targets. Like, oh, I like this chick Amber, I like this chick Stephanie, or whatever. And you can see their name and their face and kind of like their bio of whatever they're into. So we went to me and my wingman Maz. We went to the meetup, and we're walking through the line, and like see this. I forget her name, Amber, Stephanie, something like that. I see her in the line. I've never met her before. I just know her picture from the group. And I'm just, oh my God, Stephanie, like a long time. I haven't seen you since the last time. And she's like, oh my God, like, what was your name? I'm like, oh, and I gave her a hug. Like I had known her from before.
Yeah.
We ended up hooking up inside of the club. I was like, oh, it's good to see you. I'll catch up with you inside. And then we kind of social proof the room a little bit, talked to the bouncer and the stuff, and built out a little bit of social currency in the room.
Yeah.
And then I went, since I'd already kind of met her, I turned it from a cold approach into a warm approach. And now it was like so much easier to just go back in the set, re-engage it. And then from there, it was like, next thing we know, we're making out. And that whole group, we kind of like got to know everybody. It was, oh, yeah, well, introduce me to your friend. And so you start kind of like making your little connections. And I made up with like 9 different girls that night. And ended up going home with another chick. It got weird. It might be actually in the book that I sent you. I think it was and yeah,
Nice.
it was like the same night. I kind of like the girl was following me home, and my buddy, he got sick. He started puking out the side of the car, and so we got pulled over. And I had been drinking, and I had to they're like, I was like, my buddy's drunk. He's wasted. I'm just trying to get him home. I live literally 3 blocks from here. If you just let us go. And he's like, you got to blow into this. And I blew like a 1.6. So I would have got a DUI. But I was like, look, man, like I literally live right there. You'll never see us again. And he was like, you get pulled over again, I'll get in trouble. So don't like just get the fuck out of here. And I was like, yes, sir. Drove home.
Oh shit!
My buddy walked in the house, passed out on the floor, and then the girl was already at the house. She was like waiting on my porch. And so he passed out on the floor. She walks over him because he was like, we went in the room and fucked. And that's like win for that night. So
that's a good story, man. That's good shit.
Yeah, but that meetup.com site is good. And then they have like outdoorsy groups like rock climbing events and hiking, or fitness group. So there's like a lot of young in shape girls, yoga stuff, and like you could join any of those groups. You don't actually have to be like really into that stuff or like skilled at it or whatever. But sometimes like these people just want to socialize. They're in the same place as us, really. Like just trying to connect with people, meet people, establish their lives or whatever. So
for sure.
Really pretty open to meeting people through
that way. Nice. Yeah. Also, Facebook groups has quite a few different Vegas ones. I just hit up. I just posted like, do any of you guys know like about open mic comedy that goes on in Vegas? And I found like 6 new places just from that one post. 6 new places in Vegas that have open mic comedy nights.
You like to do that?
Well, I want to get into it. I mean, I've done a little karaoke. I mean, I'm pretty shy person in general, but I just want to like kind of like get myself out there, build up some more courage and confidence,
Mm-hmm.
And like if a girl like sees you performing, she's into you, that's all you have to do, You come down, either if she doesn't approach you, then she'll be much more receptive when you approach her, because you're really excited that she likes you just from like your personality and stuff, and also being on stage in front of like that alone sets you apart.
What kind of music do you do for karaoke?
I like some of the Eminem songs. Eminem, I think Elvis is good. I did Aerosmith Dream On one time.
Nope.
This didn't work out very well.
Okay.
But it's fun. I mean, I do it just for fun. It'd be I also kind of want to work on it, just like to develop myself a little bit more in that area. But also you make beats, don't you? You make hip hop beats. Yeah. I do that too.
Oh shit, bro.
Yeah. MTV's music generator on PlayStation.
Bro.
Yeah.
Nice.
Dude, I made a whole bunch of beats.
That's classic.
And then we get into Fruity Loops on computer now. So that's another passion of mine. I know you know how to do that. Maybe you can show me how to make some beats, because I definitely want to get back into that.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it's a passion and stuff. I used to write my own lyrics too and stuff like that. So want to get to like the hip hop scene and like maybe make some music there too. So
that could be cool, man. You're checking your list.
Yeah.
How are your openers? How's your like opening game?
Yeah, I mean, I never really got too fancy to those. I'll just say like, hey, what are you drinking? Or like, hey guys, how's it going? Or like happy Friday, or how are you guys doing? It's just want to say hey. Nothing really too fancy.
Just situational.
Yeah. And so I mean, like most of that, I find like if you're in a good vibe, they'll be receptive anyway. And if there's like good chemistry, then you guys will get along anyways. And of course, I have like routine stacks. I'll share with you one of my latest routine stacks I have on here.
Nice. Is there any like specific things that you want to work on?
Let me see. Well, probably definitely hit full speed ahead once I move to Vegas. Once I'm there, I like working hired guns. Like bartenders and like cocktail waitresses. Like chat them up for a few minutes, get the number and set up a date, or maybe meet up with them. Do you have any advice on like hired guns and how to like build friendships and like stuff like that with them?
Yeah, like with hired guns, me personally, I like to kind of be in and out fast. I guess same style as Mystery was saying on the pickup artist, is going in and uploading your DHVs like super fast. So it's like I guess like a boxer, like you're in, bang bang, 1-2 punch, and then like you're out, like stick and move, stick and move. I like to use that as the metaphor, and like kind of offering value instead of just being the creepy guy that walks up and is like trying to talk to the hot waitress or the hostess, like, "What's up, baby?" Like,
Yeah.
I would rather kind of be like, "Hey, what's there's a video of me picking up like a hired gun somewhere on YouTube, but it's more like going in and being like, hey, what's on the menu tonight? What do you recommend?" And then I kind of like to give some kind of identity spike where, let's say, for example, like, "Hey, I'm out celebrating, I just got on the cover of this magazine," and I'll show her, like, I'll show her the picture of the Seven magazine. So it's like, I go from like a random guy to, oh, he's this guy on the cover of a magazine.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, my new video just hit 100,000 views. I'm out here, celebrating me. This is my buddy or whatever.
Yeah.
So I don't want to just come in as like, a normal, like just a random guy off the street. I want to establish myself as somebody like important that she will be better having known me or something like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I like that. I like that identity spike thing because it really like puts a picture in her head right away, about who you are, and if there's someone that she might like be interested in getting to know better,
Like, well, for example, there was one lady who was like her and her friend or whatever, they were hosting something at Town Square, and it was more like, I kind of did that same thing, like, yeah, I'm just out here celebrating. How's your night going? I throw up like a high five. Hey, what's up? And I was like, yeah, like I'm celebrating. I just got on the cover of this magazine, and I just show her the picture. Now that's from 2010, but it's just not like she's zooming in and looking at the date. You know what I mean? Even though like it might have happened like 5 years before, she doesn't know that. So,
or you just put a face.
She's just kind of looking at it. I'm like, yeah, I'm good in the center with the sunglasses on. And then she'll be like, "Oh my God, that's cool. What do you do?" I said, "Oh, I do like dating and success advice."
Yeah.
Well, oh, wow, I could use some of that or whatever. I'm like, well, I do, have to charge, like kind of joke around a little bit. Oh, you're funny. And then I'll usually like, I might be like, well, I've got to get going. I might throw a false time constraint. Well, we're heading off to this party or whatever, but yeah, we should, you seem cool. We should keep in touch.
Nice.
Are you on Instagram or Snapchat or whatever? And actually, that's a good point, because so in the 2010 eras, it was like you could get a Facebook, and girls weren't like so popular, and there wasn't even Instagram yet, so it was more casual to get a phone number. But then I feel like around 2015 to like almost 2018-ish, it was like more custom to not ask for the phone number. It's like more asking for the Instagram and then go through DMs or her Snapchat. But now it's like girls are so big, like just because they look pretty, they get millions of followers, and your message just gets lost in the shovel. So now I've actually gone back to just asking for the phone number.
Yeah, interesting.
Because like now every guy is just asking for their Instagram, so I won't even ask them for that anymore. I'm just more like, I'll give you a text. What's your number? And then sometimes they'll say, oh yeah, hit me up on Instagram, and I go, oh yeah, I don't want my number to get lost. You probably have millions of fans or whatever. Like, but I'll try to get. Sometimes I'll even pull out their phone, and then I'm like, so like the number you gave me goes to this phone, right? And you answer this phone. And she'll be like, oh, yeah. Like, all right. Because then I know that she's actually going to see it.
Yeah, that's good. I need to get back to, I mean, there's a while where I just got Instagrams, because it's easy and every girl has them. But yeah, you do have a tough time, like getting the messages come through, or they have a whole bunch of followers,
or like Tinder too. Like, it's weird. Like, I remember it was hard 5 years ago when these girls were averaging like 300 messages, but now they're on Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, Facebook, Instagram, and they're getting like 300 to 500 messages on each of these platforms every day. So at the end of the week, even the average girl who's like a 5 or 6 out of 10, she's getting 3,000 messages, and the girls that are like the 9s and the 10s, they're getting 50,000, 100,000 likes per picture and like 3,000 comments. It's impossible to get through to them unless you actually have their real phone number now. Or like, oh, go ahead.
Yeah, one thing I used to like doing is just saying, hey, let me see your phone. Give me your phone. You just you just dial your number. You call
Hell
it.
yeah.
Have you tried that one?
Yeah, the number snatching and shit.
Yeah, there's no way it'll be fake because you call it your number on her phone. So on your phone, her number comes through, right?
That's good.
Yeah.
That's a RSD technique, right?
Probably.
I think Tyler was talking about that on the. Did you see the blueprint?
Okay. Parts of it. It's been a while though.
I think he says something like that on there, where it's like, oh, can I use your phones for a second? And the girl, okay, and then he would just like out his number, and or he would put in the context. He would write the contact name as Sex Machine or something.
Oh yeah. That's right. You could also put in a fake name like that. Yeah, that's fun.
It was either Tyler or David D. I forgot.
And what about kiss closers? How do you like to work those?
What did you say?
Like about kiss closing? Like if you're with the girl and you're just talking, the vibe's good. You just want to go for it. Like, do you have any moves around that? Or
yeah, like
even at a club, even like say you're at the Cosmopolitan. I like the Cosmopolitan, the bar. Do you know the top chandelier bar?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to love that spot. Like, even if you're there and you got a good thing going with the girl and like want to step it up. Any ideas around that? Or
yeah, there's this one where sometimes you're just vibing and then you just kind of like
you just ask her.
Yeah, you like snip and stack into, do you want to kiss me?
Okay.
And there's like there's 5 contingent answers. So if she says yes, then you just kiss her. If she says no,
I didn't say you could. I was just wondering, you just had the look in your eye.
Exactly. Yeah. I didn't say you could.
Yeah, that's great. Have you used that a lot? Have you used that a lot?
Yeah, I've got a lot of results with that.
Oh, really? All right, cool, man.
And
I'll play with that more. I've only done that a few times, but I'll play with that more.
When she says maybe, then you could go, well, let's find out. And then if she says not here, then you could go, oh, I understand. And then you take her by the hand and you walk her like down the hall to which is, I've actually done that one before too. And it was during it was on a loadout actually. I was at a concert and I was cleaning up the band. I don't know if you ever heard of that band like Steel Panther. It used to be called metal. They do like parody rock band music. Anyway, I was like rolling up the microphone cable and this girl was like, started talking, and then I just went right for that. Do you want to kiss me? I was like, because I'm working. I was like, you're trying to make out? And she was like, well, not here. And I was like, oh, I understand. I jumped off stage and then I took her hand and I walked her down the hall into like the little employee corridor. And we made out for like 5 minutes. And then I took her number and I was like, I got to get back to work. And then there's the 5th contingency is she might ask you back. She'll go like, do you want to kiss me? And then when the girl would do that, and I would say like, don't steal my lines. And then I would just go like a little C pattern and go for the kiss.
Oh, nice.
So,
nice.
And that's I those are the only 5 responses I've ever seen, but that one actually seems to work pretty well.
Nice, man. Thank you.
Or there's the trust test. That's classic.
Trust test. Let's see. Is that a little keto move? You do with the hands?
Yeah.
That's a good one for sure.
Yeah, so it'd be like there's like a couple variations where you could, let me see your hands. I want to do the trust test. I just met you, and then you're just kind of like raising up and down to see if she lowers her hands with you or if she keeps her hands floating. So if she does that, then you're just kind of like, you could do the, okay, you're losing me, or you could just be like, if it's not working, you could just kind of snip and stack into a new routine. But, oh, hey, hold on. I forgot. I wanted to tell you this story. And you could go off into like a DHV routine. And she's like, if she's lowering and giving you good compliance, then you kind of bring up your hands and you interlock. And then you'll be like, all right, on a scale of 1 to 10, how good of a kisser are you? And then they usually always go 10, you know. If they kind of guess, if they're like, I don't know, like a 6 or an 8, then you say, well, let's find out. You know, then you find out. If she says a 10, then you say, oh, you're gonna have to prove that.
Oh wow.
Now there was one time with this girl, she said 10, and I was like, you're gonna have to prove that. And I went in, and then she kind of threw my hands, and she goes, I'm not kissing you. I don't even know you. And I was like, and I had to kind of think on my feet. Where I was like, oh, I can't be reactive to that. I can't be like, oh, come on, baby. So I end up leaning back, and I was just like, well, you probably could have handled me anyway. Anyway, oh, I got to tell you this one story. So basically, I just kind of like acted like it's like she threw like a Hadouken at me, and I just kind of like just went through me. Or I try to think like if she
like Aikido,
what?
like Aikido,
Yeah.
like you instantly reframe the situation, you know, to you're the man, you know, and kind of reframing it.
Yeah,
That's good shit, man.
yeah, just being non-reactive and
Yeah,
more like
yeah.
any of her insults or disses or eggs towards me. I try to think of like it's just her like throwing a snowball and it just hits me. I just kind of that's not a big deal. Anyway, I keep going.
Good stuff. Yeah, I'll definitely go through this tape. I like that trust test to kiss close. That's a good piece. I like that.
Oh, I'll give you another one that I usually do.
Yeah.
I would say like this is more like my go-to one. That I've had a lot of success with, and it's more like so. As you're talking to the girl, you could be in the middle of any kind of conversation, but if you feel like, hey, I'm at that point, like we've been talking, we've been vibing for a couple hours, it's time to pull the trigger, then I could just be like, hey, I want to try something. And then you just kind of like look at her, and if she's right there and she's not like, what, like she's not acting weird, she's just kind of like, seems like she's into you, then you can kind of like do the little C pattern over like this over her face.
Oh, nice.
And then you just kind of, you move it a little bit. And if you notice, like she's just staying there, she might actually even come, like on the movie Hitch, she might come in a little bit so that to meet you halfway. Sometimes they're just kind of frozen, like, what are you doing? And then you just kind of move in. And as long as she doesn't move back, then you just kind of go in for the kiss.
Nice.
Kind of light. Like, it's more like, and then you back off and you go, I like that. You got soft lips. You know? Or, yeah, you have very soft lips. I like that. Anyway, and then you start talking about something else. So it's more like you get the kiss, then you back off, and you're like, in the back of your mind, you're thinking, okay, like he's down to make out. Now I can always like I can chest. Like, I've got the piece right there. You're already checkmate. Now I can go back and like you're in control of the situation. You're gonna be really more confident at that point.
Yeah, it sets it up for when you go for the make out after that. You know, it's just kind of break the ice, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's good shit, man.
And once you're there, once you've established to that point, really all you need is the more like privacy or intimate, then you can go take it to the next level. And it also shows that you're not like this creepy, needy guy who's like, you know, she kissed you, and as long now you're not like the guy who's like, oh yeah, she's kissing me. Let me get some more.
Back.
Sure. Yeah, because you're reserved and like, probably she starts thinking, oh, this guy's very smooth, and he's probably been with a lot of women before. Like, he's able to like kiss me and then back off like it's not a big deal. So he's not.
Yeah, man. Good point.
Not thirsty.
Thanks, dude. So, what nights do you go out? Just like you probably go out a couple weekdays then. Like, I know they got Marquee Monday. Probably they have like Excess on Wednesday or something, or they have Omnia on Tuesdays or something.
I haven't been to any of those big nightclubs in like several years, even since before quarantine.
Okay, interesting.
I've just been more waiting till things are back to normal. If I've gone out lately, it's been at like the mall.
Okay.
I'll go to like Fashion Show Mall on the Strip or the Galleria Mall, and then just do some approaches there, and or online, Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, the Facebook dating one I've been trying. I actually seem to get more matches on the Facebook one.
Oh,
Tinder, I feel is so saturated. I don't even really like using it anymore. And then I got banned off Plenty of Fish.
No way.
And I tried to make a new account, and it just like it won't let me do it anymore. I don't
Oh
know.
yeah. So you're on the same computer or the same IP address, probably.
That's what I'm thinking. I probably have to get like a new IP address or a new computer or something.
Yeah, for sure. Crazy. Yeah. Also, I know we're almost done here, but have you ever looked into affiliate marketing, like for extra income, side income?
I've looked at it. I would like to do. Well, that's kind of like what I'd like to, as I progress in the modeling stuff.
Yeah.
Like eventually, I want to get people to pay me. Like right now, I'm just more like I'm putting out free content and stuff, and just kind of like make my profile. But eventually, like I would like, let's say this hat company is like, oh, we like your picture. We'll send you our hat and $500, and you can post it on Instagram. And
And I mean, do
I
you
did
have
one with like a CBD company where they gave me some like a product, and I was supposed to take a picture with it. I just haven't done it yet. And they gave me like a coupon code. So eventually I should be able to be like, hey, there's this company that has this great CBD product. And if you go to the website, use my coupon code, you get, 25% off or whatever. And then I get like a commission on that. So eventually I'd like to do that on YouTube where I'll have like the affiliate links and stuff. Like it's something
for sure.
I'd like to get into maybe later this year or something.
Yeah, I'll send you a little something on that too. I mean, because you probably have your own course. You have all the information. You could create your own course. Sell it for maybe $100-$200. It's a digital product. So it doesn't cost you anything once it's all done. And you could even have affiliates promote it for you. So they get 50%.
Oh wow.
And so that's a couple ideas for you. And you could also probably promote other people's courses. David D'Angelo has an affiliate program. Mystery probably does, and Marnie. A lot of the other companies out there are doing the same thing. They'll pay you 50% if you sell their course. You promote the courses on like YouTube or Facebook ads or Google AdWords and things like that. I'll send you a little something on that. Get you thinking about that. Nice. Maybe when I head down there, I can help you get something set up also. So that's another thing to keep in the air, and we'll touch base on that a little bit later.
Oh, yeah. That's tight.
Appreciate you coming up and helping me out, man. It's good to meet you finally.
Hell yeah.
Stuff.
I hope some of that stuff.
Absolutely. Send a replay, and I'll go over that for sure.
Okay.
And then I'll hit you up when we're in Vegas, and we'll do some more training.
All right. Yeah. Let me know. I'll be here.